Okay, so we just finished up. We did a whole bunch of little stuff. Well, one thing I didn't do yet is tell you anything about these lights. So I'm gonna do this in reverse and put this in the beginning of the video, even though all the other stuff I'll show you after was before right now. Anyway, so we've got a 370Z. What year is it?
2010.
2010 370. So this is one of the older ones that you can find out there, and it looks super, super good. These internals were all bright chrome, and so what we do is just shoot them in a satin black color so that it matches, you know, the carbon, the other stuff on the car. And then we removed the amber side reflectors. We left this piece and this piece, the OEM silver color, and all the chrome got shot in black. And then right here is kind of the main attraction. That's where we've got that honeycomb etched projector lens. That's a clear STIR lens that's available, and it has the honeycomb etching on it. You can get etching with any different kind of design that you want, but in this case, that's a really popular, really killer look. And then if you notice, we got weird action going on right here. And if you didn't see the last video, you'll be able to see where I put the sticker on that, had it painted, removed the sticker, and now we've got the clear background. So more on that on the other video, but I think they came out super, super sick. Most important, what do you think about your car, bro?
Ain't no words I can explain. I'm satisfied to the max. Like, this is exactly how I envisioned it in my dream, and exactly how it came out.
Cool, man. Shout out to your boy Dusty. What wanna tell me what his Instagram name is, and we'll link it up.
So Dusty2Ducky went ahead and cleaned out my lenses.
Yeah, he did a really good job. You wouldn't even know these are the same lights. The fact that they came out so clean, showed off all the inside. It was kind of crazy because for me, I did all this custom work and I knew that they were gonna look good inside, but I didn't even want to take pictures of them or video or anything because they just look terrible, you know? But now, I mean, the car, everything looks great.
Flashback.
So we're gonna go from this right there. That is about f4 to new lens. It's way heavier. Oh my God, my arm, this is gonna suck. But this will keep me from talking too long because I'll run out of arm strength before I run out of words, put it that way. Isaac's back, we got the 370Z. We're gonna go check it out. This is now gonna be the third video. The second one was me building the lights. The first one was opening them up. So now let's see what all the hard work turned into. You did good, man. Those lenses look so much better, so much better.
I know.
That's crazy. Crazy that on this one you could see the light coming from underneath it. I'm excited, dude. Like, these pictures are gonna be dope. We're gonna do a little before and after of these license plate bulbs, just because he drove out. I wanted to make it cool so we can get front and back looking good on this Z. Let's do it. The lights are dope. They look really good. They got the honeycomb etched lenses. They got the demon eyes and the XK chrome controller. So Isaac was saying that he was wanting to do the LED turn signal bulbs. So I started to explain to him that we need to do load resistors if we change his bulbs to LED. I think I should probably be telling everybody this. So I'm gonna show you what a load resistor is. We're gonna install them and we'll see a side-by-side comparison about what it looks like with stock bulbs, with aftermarket LED bulbs, and then with and without the load resistors. So let's get into it. So here's a really cool LED bulb that we can use, and it is plug and play. It's not that it requires anything special to be done, but I'll show you what happens when we change from stock to this guy. So you could see the stock bulb kind of like, it like fades on and off, right? And then the new LEDs, they're gonna do like an instant on, instant off. So we'll change it up to that, and then we'll see the difference. Man, that's convenient,
Yeah.
but I'm worried for you at the same time.
Oh, I'm not driving it.
What brand is this, by the way?
FlyRyde Motorsports.
This is the problem. So want to hit the right turn signal now? Okay, so we've got normal turn signal and then left turn signal. This is called hyper flashing. Okay, so hyper flashing is when it's doing the super quick flash versus the normal. So That's a hyper flash right there. We're gonna put in a part, it's called a load resistor. If you've never heard of that before, this is something that simulates the load. It's literally the same thing as a light bulb in that it just has power come in on one side and ground come in on the other. But instead of turning into light, it turns into heat. So this thing gets really hot. So this load resistor, all that it has is two little male connectors at the end. I just crimped them on. Take one of these T-taps, and soldering is usually the best way to go when it comes to custom electronics, but for something like this, you can over time end up find out like maybe this thing breaks, or I don't know, for some reason you need to replace it. It can kind of be better if you have the T-tap where you can just unplug it and get a new one. So this is something to think about anytime that you're going to use T-taps or connectors like this. This T-tap is going to go on the wire, and then this male one will slide over it. Now the same thing has to happen with this, except if you can see inside of that little connector right there, the little spade part that goes into the T-tap, it's pushed all the way down to one side. So it will miss it if I try to push this in. So I have to lift up and just pry and make sure that that little tiny metal tab is right in the center, and that's going to give me a good connection. Now I've got my two T-taps ready to go. I need to just connect them to power and ground, just like a light bulb. And we see the two different wires that are powering this thing up right now. What I don't see is any way to decide which color is which. So I have three wires going to this bulb. One of them is black, one of them is yellow and black, and one of them is green and black. Up inside of this little blue sheathing, nothing is connected to this yellow one, because for some reason, when they made these cars, they didn't hook them up. So when we turn on the running lights, this can actually run in a dimmer mode. So first thing, let's just hook up the power and ground at these two right here using our T-taps, and then we'll test it again and make sure that it's blinking at the normal rate. So we're gonna turn on the turn signal, and we'll see if this thing flashes now at the normal rate, and then I'll unplug the load resistor so you can see what happens. Unless it's somehow not connected. So that actually should have worked, and I want to know why it didn't. So weird story here. I plugged this thing in the way that I was advising anybody else to do it, and it didn't work. As soon as I plugged it in and I was thinking that it should be blinking at the normal rate, it was doing this. It was hyper flashing. I was trying to tell you about load resistors and how they work, but now I'm just showing you. This is what it looks like without a load resistor. This is what it looks like with the load resistor. I'm gonna run this little T-tap on the yellow and black wire that I was ripping on earlier. I'm gonna crimp it down, plug in my connector from the load resistor, cross our fingers. So boys, you're not having any problem if you put a load resistor onto this bulb, unless you're dumb like me and you tried to hook it up to the black wire that goes to nowhere. So now we know. All right, so I'm gonna just take the opportunity, since we're learning things now, to try to find the running light wire and connect that to this. Merp. Yeah, buddy. Damn, that looks good on camera. Versus this one, which is a lot more low key. It actually looks a lot darker up on top with the running lights on. Ooh, I like that we can still see the FlyRyde logo with the low beams on. That's tight. Yeah, so let's check it out like that.
So that's if I had it like that.
Yep. So this is way more stealthy.
It is cool. The only thing I feel like it takes away from the actual demon because it's so bright.
I think if you did that and you had a white switchback bulb up top, and so it was normally white right now, almost to look like a second projector like you see a lot of times, I think that would be even cooler for sure. So that's what it looks like right now, going from running light to turn signal with it on there. And then I'll disconnect the running light now so it can go back to how this side is, and then we'll put the load resistor on that side too. All right, so here's with the lights on. Clearly one of them's brighter and crispier. So we've got the stock bulb kind of just fading on and off. And then we've got this LED bulb, much brighter, no fading at all, just full intensity. It's got the load resistor hooked up to it now, and we just connected the running light, so it's only hooked up to turn signal. Dude, I'm legitimately impressed though on these lenses. He did so good on them.
Yeah, they came out really,
because they were so bad. They weren't a little bit bad. They were all the way bad.
Yeah.
So.
I know. That's why I was like, nah, they have to get restored if they're gonna have these,
for sure.
These demon eyes.
Well,
and everything.
it kind of gives me faith in the fact that you can bring back really dead lenses like that. I mean, if I were to have told somebody what they should do, I would say, yeah, don't even bother modifying lights that are just really tore up. I love these tail lights though. These are something that I've wanted to do another DIY on modifying tail lights, so that might be something in the future. But
and I haven't even seen too many people do it.
Yeah, it's a very unknown modification, so people don't do what they don't know they can do. Glad we got everything all restored and looking hot again. And oh, and now we got those turn signals. There it is. To wrap up, we did the LED turn signals, explained what the load resistors were that keep them from flashing too quickly, and learned a little bit about the running lights on this car as well. So,
and which one's actually the power and the ground?
Yeah, my boy's been here forever. Isaac's gotta go, I gotta go. We're both starving. So we'll catch you guys in the next one. We will do more Z content in the future, but for now, that's gonna wrap up this little 3-part series. So if you haven't watched the first 2 videos, go watch those. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, you should probably do that too, and definitely smash that like button if you got anything good out of this. If you learned something, comment below any other questions or things that you think I should have done differently. We'll see you guys next time.